Get him the hell out of here. And the courts are holding me from doing it.
But even given those numbers that you're talking about, don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as president?
I don't know. I have to respond by saying again, I have brilliant lawyers that work for me, and they are going to obviously follow what the Supreme Court said. What you said is not what I heard the Supreme Court said. They have a different interpretation.
I want to bring in Democratic Congresswoman Kathy Castor of Florida. Thank you for joining me today. I want you to quickly respond, if you can, to what the president said there. Pretty shocking to hear a president say, I don't know if I have to uphold the Constitution.
Yeah, it's truly outrageous. People all across America, especially here in Florida, are very concerned with railroading innocent people out of the country without due process. I met last week with a number of families, including a U.S. citizen with a one-year-old daughter who's a U.S. citizen whose mother was breastfeeding, and she was dispatched to Cuba after voluntarily showing up at her ICE check-in. That's cruel. This is a stain on the administration. They need to respect the Constitution and due process under the law.
In terms of respecting that, what can be done from your perspective to ensure that not only that anyone, including the president, upholds the Constitution?
Well, the courts are speaking loudly and clearly, including the United States Supreme Court. And I think what members of Congress can do is tell these stories, how outrageous it is to rip away a nursing mother from her one-year-old child without any due process, without any warning, take her to Cuba. And there are also additional cases of young men who were not provided due process, just spirited out of the country.
Congresswoman, besides, telling these stories, which I think is important, obviously I'm going to say that as a journalist, stories are important. What action, though, can Democrats take? Because Trump is seemingly holding the line here, and I don't know that stories itself is going to do much beyond to push that line.
Republican colleagues have to join us in speaking out for the Constitution and the values that we hold dear. And up until now, they have not joined us, but they need to do it. At least we saw Republicans in the Senate stand up to these very costly tariffs. Now, as we go into this tax debate, are they going to side with the wealthy and the well-connected like Elon Musk, or are they going to side with working people and help tackle the cost of living?